if you are involved in any part of what you call entertainment, and I don't care what aspect within this city, you know what entertainment companies I'm talking about, and intersected with any churches downtown and any motherfucking aspect that has to do with that, I'm coming at you. Tomorrow we're going towards disability lawyers. Tomorrow I'm going towards the FBI. Tomorrow I'm going more forward to put everything that's been in these damn videos, making sure that they are in some sort of court system. You move me around, you do anything without providing a remedy. You keep taking apartments, you keep taking motherfucking anything else, putting your children, every last one of you will have your children at CPS again. And I already have report numbers for that. Any one of you will still continue to get your aspect insistences towards anything that's a lawsuit. You move me one part, you're going to be in a TRO. You understand that? We're going to have a judge aspect for an injunction. I'm having this as aspectual proof that I've stated what's going on today. And what's going on is what's been presented in all of these goddamn videos and all of these lives. I am particularly tired of it. I'm being starved. I'm being taken of my money. These hoes have tried to take $27,000 more of my money in aspect or anything, and then taking away jobs. Any aspect of jobs that I have been, even in this environment, they've been led here and put here by persons that are integrated in organized criminal activity, and the state needs to enact upon it. I am tired of being tortured to death. I am tired of this state not using my tax dollars to at least pay for whomever that you have in enforcement to insist upon an investigation and roll out some sort of indictment with the damn grand jury, bro. I am tired of it. I'm telling you one part, I'm telling you law enforcement, I'm going to fucking use lethal force. You understand that? I'm going to you don't get it together. You're going to, and you don't stop harassing me. You don't stop terrorizing me. I'm going to bomb your ass. I said that very plainly. I don't give a fuck about no jail. I don't give a fuck about any of that. You won't touch me. I'll be out of this country before you start getting out. I'll be on the next train fucking burning out of here. These criminals have literally torn my life apart. They have my brain so goddamn disoriented, my eyes are crossing. And nobody's done a damn thing. You can play like you don't want to have, you can suppress these videos. I want it fucking askew. Otherwise, every last one of you will continue to have your children named, and they have them in those households in which they continue this organized criminal activity and this fraud. I guarantee you, this is a warning to all of enforcement. If you people don't bring an aspectual indictment towards them, they are going to die. I'm not playing one bit. You thought it was fireworks yesterday, and it still will be an aspect. I'm telling the law. I don't give a fuck about no conspiracy of foreseeable anything has happened towards the perpetrators. I will be using lethal force. I'm going to come in and steal your life. I'm telling you, you're going to be in them buildings that are churches. You're going to be in them buildings that are school when school starts. And the moment you drop off your motherfucking kids, I'm going to be right behind you, looking at the damn license plate of which law enforcement should be doing with license plate readers. I am tired of this. I've been inundated for the last year. These people have put me out of my house. They have taken all of my goddamn bank. I don't have a bank account. I don't have credit cards. They have driven me so motherfucking insane that I stutter now, and nobody's done a damn thing. These people have literally put me on the streets. I'm gonna kill every last one of them. And mark my words, I want you to go report and tell. I'm going to kill every last one of them. I'm tired of it. I'm telling every judge. I'm telling every jury. I'm going to fucking kill them. The them aspects who are in these goddamn, who are my past roommates, who are my past family members, they keep taking places of my allocations to live, and they are living in there right now in my fucking apartment. They literally have put me out of my apartment, taking away every goddamn thing. I'm going to fucking use lethal force. They have been starving me. They have been driving me into oblivion, and they've taken $70,000 of my motherfucking money. I'm so goddamn inundated that I stutter now. It's called psychogenic stuttering and trigger per the aspect of these inundation of persons doing the same thing that I've seen what they've done now, because I've been placed on the streets of what they have done in their communities towards their own fucking people. I guarantee you, milk and chlorine is a goddamn definite insistence, ignition. I'm going to literally cap them. You don't give me a job, it's going to be trouble. Hi, Sahan. I'm not playing one game. I'm not playing one game. I am tired. My eyes look that I'm tired. All I'm trying to do is heal my body from cancer and continue and these people are tracking me like a dog. Past family members, past roommates who've taken $70,000 to this point, and they keep extracting, paying for their children. I don't know that you're paying for anybody. That's Elijah, that's DJ, that's Timothy Salisbury, that's anybody else that's enacted in this goddamn this Arlen Anybody else that has, if you're not a part of it, you know what the fuck is going on because they hit your ass the fuck up. Marlon and whomever else, that's the fucking part. Alex and Montgomery and anybody else. You have Damian, Dwayne. You have whatever Michael A B C D E F G. Since it's like 5 of them motherfuckers. Like if whatever Michael it is, if you don't know, you know what the fuck is going on. You need to tell about it. Anybody that has your enactments on OnlyFans and any of that bullshit, all this invasive visual recording that's going on with myself, fuck all of that bullshit and any enactment. I'm telling you, you don't stop this. Law enforcement. I've been literally patient for 8 years. I've reported to the fucking White House. I've reported to the fucking DOJ. I've reported even to the goddamn CIA, the FBI, so that they can intersect every fucking part. I don't give a fuck. If my life don't get in order, I'ma set this bitch off. I've been pushed past my limit. I don't give a fuck about no lawsuit money. I want the money that I have aspected already to be insisted upon my own petitions. I'm telling every fucking building. You move me around, I will aspect and try to get the human trafficking charge for yourself. You will remedy me in this facilitation to garner towards a literal functionality of life. I will start a lawsuit. I will put you into criminal elements. And if you in any way fuck any one of these people that are that's providing comfort and which would not have been insisted per your insistence of dealing with this organized network, you will be in investigations. I'm sending a written aspect of this dialogue towards the United Nations, towards the governor of this state, again, and another aspect of mayoral reproach. You have to excuse my eyes. It's called brain disorientation, when your brain can't focus or when it's being literally diluted with the aspect of carbohydrates that are gone entirely crazy. You have no focus. Other people are cockeyed and every goddamn thing else in this damn building. I'm being driven into oblivion, and it's under cameras, and every fucking part of aspectual law enforcement knows about it. I'm tired of you people waiting. You have enough evidence. I have provided so much evidence. So when there's a Columbine or where there's an Oklahoma City bombing, that's when motherfuckers want to move in because they get to fucking record something on TV. My life is not a TV show. What has been done to me is so outrageous that I keep documenting it. I have an eye problem and I'm going ever more blind because of the aspect of diet being used as a weapon against me. I guarantee you, if I have to become sick again, I'm going to kill. You mark my words, and I'm saying it very plainly, just like I told the FBI and I told everyone else. I don't give a fuck about you. You can't charge me worth shit when not a motherfucking thing has happened to these rogue terrorists. They are black extremists, as I've just told in my last fucking live. You can take this to court. You can take everything. These people have driven me into oblivion, and I want their life for it. They've taken my life. They've taken and all I've done was sit the fuck down, heal my body, try to work the fuck out so that I'm not motherfucking taken advantage of, and I am. You don't get something correct. I'm coming for you, and I know where your children will be when school starts. They have to leave your house. They have to leave your house, otherwise it's truancy, and you will be in a car after you drop them off. I've pulled up an assistant. I've pulled up all the list of names of elementaries on the north, south, and middle aspects of town. You see what I'm bad, bitch. I'm telling the law what the fuck I've done. You don't get them together, it's gonna be trouble. I'm tired of being driven crazy. I'm tired of motherfuckers playing like they do music and all this dumbass shit that I have nothing to do with. Though that was my motherfucking major in school, but these motherfucking ghetto ass motherfuckers want to go around purporting that they want my sound or some dumbass shit, and so you're playing fucking circle jerk and sucking dick in your homemade studios and playing with my motherfucking life, separating me from medical care. It's so much fucking medical fraud going on with this enterprise, and they're fucking down low ass men that are fucking taking people's medication because they are sucking dick, and then they're going back home to their girlfriends and giving them all sorts of communicable diseases. Where in the fuck is the CDC with that? They don't go to the hospitals. They go to hospitals under other people's names, so that this aspect is not, metadata is not input into medical systems, so that they cannot be tracked, because anything that's an STD or what otherwise communicable disease has to be tracked of the saturation of what area it is in. They're going in under other people's names, watching very stealthily and making people go into hospitals so that they can get things run under their own name. Once again, I've been taking up $70,000 in the last 5 years. In the last year and a half, I've been run the hell out of my own habitation. I had to run out of my first habitation and go to a court aspects, but I've collected evidence, and that's how we got a dismissal. These people are trying to damage every part of my credit, like they've done other persons within the community and people in generations past. Look at my motherfucking eyes. They can't even focus. I've been so literally ran into derangement. You fuck anybody in this organized criminal network, and I'm telling you that there are investigations involving stalking, and you move me one motherfucking place, every fucking facility, whether it be commercial or anything else that's residential or corporate, you will run your ass into a racketeering case, and I'm that for you, and I'm going to go for the human trafficking aspect. The police know how much I've been under. The FBI, I talk to them quite often. Whether it's whatever the trace hop that you're doing and it's going to some call center, that's the persons within your news media company. That's the problem is upon the infrastructure of this damn city. It has nothing to do with myself. I know what the aim was. I have every call log aspect of how much inundation I've been under and what I've sought, and nothing has happened as a remedy. You don't get things together, I will kill them. I will kill them when they go into them buildings. When you have a birthday party, I'm going to watching. When everybody's in one facilitation, I'm telling the government I'm going to fucking blow them. I want out of this life. I have literally pleaded to get out of this fucking country. Since no one wants to help, there's no remedy at law. Nobody wants to help me. All other remedy aspects have been exhausted. I'm not crazy. I've been literally functioning for the last 8 years since Hurricane Harvey, and I literally have been settled still. These people I've ended, I promise to God, I've pulled up all the elementary schools, I pulled up all the middle schools, and I'm pulling up all the high schools. You're in my apartment now. Any future apartment of allocations that persons are trying to help somebody that has disabling qualities, and they're inundating a disabled person. You put me on the street, you do any motherfucking thing, I'm gonna suit your ass so bad, I'm going to own your building. You may as well make me a goddamn majority shareholder, because I'm coming for your building, your business, your LLC, and everything else. Stop stalking me, but I've pleaded for that for many years. I know that that's not going to stop. When someone's stalking, you can't move to the next town, the next city. You have to move out of the hemisphere. These people are chasing me around this fucking place and going crazy because they've stolen $70,000. But you're supposed to be gangster and anything else. You're not gangster because I'm outside all day, every day. You're not going to do a motherfucking thing to me. You're not gangster because when you had a gun to my head, you didn't pull the motherfucking trigger. And I still asked you for my motherfucking food stamp card. Didn't give you the goddamn digits to my bank account, and they still managed to, with the help of past roommates, to take thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. You've stolen more money than three of you make in a year. 2, 4, 6, like 3 people in a year, and then you still can't. You don't make that because you don't work. You suck dick, and you still broke. And these are men, ladies and gentlemen, men. The past roommates, I have every part of proof. I don't have to lie. I don't have to make up stuff. So, sweetheart, when you want to know what your men are, because and let me make sure I'm not the fag here. They're not touching me. They're not sucking on me. Let me say, I don't give a fuck if you are homosexual. That's your motherfucking business. I'm talking about these hoes that wear this weird ass deviant sexuality on their sleeve. They can't go home to their motherfucking girlfriend or wife and take care of their child, but they find themselves in Club Houston. And I don't have a problem with Club Houston, but y'all know that's where they're at. Y'all need to quit entertaining men that have children and that have girlfriends and wives, and they're going in there touching on you, giving you diseases because it's the person that's the reciprocal, what you call a bottom or something like that, literally gets the diseases first. Sometimes. That's not relegating STDs, STIs, which can be detrimental to life functioning. I don't know why people think just because you're not getting a virus, you're not aspecting total life calamity upon yourself and becoming a liability on this state, because they're using our state's tax dollars, which should go to people that have qualifying disabling factors, towards insisting upon matters that facilitate us, but they're going and having to take care of yourself because you're taking people's medication. You can't take a pharmaceutical as a drug. You are damaging your liver every time you take somebody else's medication, not under the care of a physician, you idiot. It also aspects drug trafficking. Where's the DEA? Again, you have to excuse my eyes. My brain, you see with your brain. My brain has literally been damaged, and it's so much inundation of toxic overload that has gone on, that it's not out, it is outside, and but for the inundation of this enterprise, because on my metadata, on my bank ledger, that still should be kept for the matter of 5 years per the FBI looking into it, it shows I ate the same thing mostly every day. I put living food inside of my house and inside of my body, despite any small qualifying factor that I did as a treat, but I did not have all of this disorientation, as you can see from my past videos, of which you will see me in my apartment, because you will see my security alarm, which had a red LED light right behind me at most times. Look at the past. I'm not trying to become YouTube famous. I would rather watch you people's videos. I literally am being driven to exposure so that I can look like a fool, as a defamatory per se aspect, and defamation in the insistence that it has cost me aspects of making money. And you can send this to any prospective employer of that what you want. I want them to be a witness. I've tried my ass off to take care of my life because I'm forced to, without so I would be inundated in traffic if I can't work, and they are literally bribing and aspecting per their network inclusions and going into so that I can't work, so that I can't feed myself. I'm 5'10" and I was 100 pounds in 2023 when I went to the doctor, when I went to the hospital and dropped, and they had to motherfucking get a wheelchair because I literally was aspected through kidnap. I couldn't have it. Mention of my keep my own identification. The persons I was living with kept it. I couldn't check the mailbox. All of my money was taken, including money from the United States Treasury. My goddamn father's a Marine, and I still go through this bullshit by rogue persons who literally inundate and take from the state, and you don't give anything back but an insistence of liability, of which our tax dollars have to go and pay for your children. And literally, I feel bad for them because they don't have an example, and it's not in the best interest that they should be in your house. There are great people that would take your children away from you. They need to. And they better do so before the school year. And when, or if they don't, I'm going to have CPS directly at them damn schools, because you are engaging in organized criminal activity and furthering it, and literally facilitating and literally aspecting your house with fraud. I want my life, and I can't have it here in the United States. This is not fun and games. You have people with DSM-5 psychiatric disorders that are literally inundating the state governor Abbott. President Trump, I've even went that far because there's no remedy. I understand that you have to go between these. I'm tired of kissing every branch of government's ass. And I'm being targeted. I'm not doing anything but trying to. I can't even get rest, and that is detrimental to somebody that's surviving cancer. I have flare-ups. I've had skin cancer. These things. Grown people. I don't get pimples. That's called Kaposi sarcoma. I've been abused terribly in the last 2 years. You're not hazing me. Let me tell you, people that think that you have DPS types of jobs with security, you're not hazing me. You're exploiting me. You're extorting me. So send this to any prospective employer and everyone else that I have literally tired myself off running around this city trying to fill out applications that I'm well overqualified for, and you give criminals an enactment. If this is a tool used so that you can collect them, and that they so stupidly put down their personal identifying information, and it's able to be collected by bad swipe, or you let them work so that they can start aspecting restitution towards myself. Excuse me, I'm nauseous. I get sick. That's what happens when you still are battling cancerous aspects. I would never do this to somebody. And the disproportion that's shown per all of the persons that I have named in past lives, check them out. I'm not trying to be famous. I just want everyone or somebody not given permission to have these videos remixed so that somebody can show them and they and put them on other platforms, because sometimes I don't get reach. I have to do this because my shorts don't go out anymore because of it's called TPC code injections and video suppressions, and they would reroute to a mirror account. Even if you were to press something, I would see 0 views. This is another form of isolation that is a psychological tactic of human traffickers. I've been going through it ever since Hurricane Harvey, of which I had to stay in hotels, of which that was the first time having to do so much in my life. I've been in my family structures since high school and since I left fucking college. And so when you've never lived like this, I did not know about hotel culture. And I was literally aspected through different rooms, I guess, and police would know about this, or FBI, because different sting operations could happen at these aspects to literally insist upon people that are promoting prostitution and whatever else is their particular right. I just didn't know. And I went thinking I'm going to save money at just an economical type of hotel, not understanding that if you don't spend above $200, it's not economical. You are being recorded in some type of way, and every privacy tort is then disregarded. So I had to learn. I learned to imbue with and understand what is that type of insistence. But my life has never been the same. The storm of a century took my life away, and it took forever the mental standard or status quo that was expected. I would never wish this on anybody. That I would never go to a hotel that you pay under $200 for. Even so, you better go to Best Buy. You better go to any electronic shop and get a bug sweeper. It's called sweeping your room for electronics. People are literally phishing, and that's PHISHING, through your aspect of routers that are not secured under WA2 or 3. And that you don't have a VPN, and especially if you log on to something that is public, like in any building that we're in, anything that you route out as email, anything that you route out as any type of other source can be encrypted. If that doesn't have that, you don't have, and especially if you're plugging your device into any console type of aspect without a USB condom. I put all these videos out there so some of you can be. My life is already over. It's been over. I'm not begging for it. I'm begging for the pieces that I have remaining to live it until I die. I've had to ask the doctors, how long do I have to live? Literally less than 4 years ago. Some of you don't have, I've had a gun to my head, so that you could have very much pulled the trigger for my money. I planned, and it's a shame that there are rogue family members in aspects, but I planned on I didn't plan on being, I planned on making sure that my family could have somewhere to be, so that I could come and eat fucking holiday food. You can see last Christmas, last Thanksgiving, I was literally on camera eating a can of beans because people pushed me away from working. They pushed me, I'm all I have to take care of myself. And people have chosen their lives in great disproportion and literally used that 3, 4, 5 or more. There's no help. This is a lawless state, so you can't tell me about what I'm out of order for. You don't get it together, I'm going to blow them. Any prospective employer, all I'm trying to do is eat appropriately so that I don't keep feeding cancer with maltodextrin, with other aspects of high fructose corn syrup that is not at least a Coke Zero, as a treat for myself. Everything else feeds cancer. My vision is failing every day, not outside of because I don't have living food. I have a virus in my eyes that I will have for lifelong. The amount of vision that I have is what I will have. It can't come back. It's permanent damage. You would never have known that because I don't have to fucking wear anything on my sleeve. But these motherfuckers who it's not a damn thing wrong with them, they can't even get their ass up to go work. They take over people's jobs. They have literally raised force against the entire executive branch for President Trump's enactment that they can't have Section 8 and that they can't have food allocations if they are able-bodied. And as I've stated in previous slides, instead of them aspecting some sort of protest towards the White House, they took their aims out ever more civilian population. Maybe this was a tactic so that they could become more monstrous and be found out through motion of discovery and in such the egregious manners so as to be obtained. I would very much aspect for a grand jury to enact a true indictment or a true bill for an indictment. I keep trying to be level-headed, but it is in my life is gone, and it's been gone, and it's being literally, I mean, terrorized to death over $70,000, which is a substantial lump. And when you're at the working class, I know I lost it all. I'm tired of kissing ass and asking for help per my crime victims bill of rights, my civil liberties. July 4th, most people weren't happy about the freedom of the United States. Most people weren't trying to hear fireworks. I'm around enslaved people. I'm not excited about future applications of what could be something to help me, and I need help to live somewhere because of what I have described in this video as terror. This is a terror state. This is a war city. And it's the United States. My eyes can't even focus. Let this be prime evidence, and whatever doctor is around that you can see, I can't even focus. Sugar feeds cancer. All forms of sugar, bread, pasta, it's all sugar. To someone with already sensitive vision aspects, this is damaging to the sensitive ocular the nerve vessels that go into the eye structure. A glycemic spike aspects an acute insistence towards your eye blood vessels and sensitive capillaries. I'm being driven into oblivion, YouTube, by my past roommates, by family members, by past people that I have known over the internet. Be careful about communicating with people over the internet. That I've come across state lines that are stalking the living daylights out of me. Hi, so John. Hi, MK Hut from If You're Being Truthful. Hi, SA. Hi, CM. CMV. My life has been made a complete spectacle. Check out what HOLO Sonics Technologies are. Holosonics. Some of you are not crazy. And Holosonics, you may be helping me out, because without your help, I would have been at a great disadvantage or disproportion. But people that are aspecting that you, and it's Jennifer Williams, Gentry, Brandon Kelly, Masakila, and anybody else that has any aspects of what goes on with people that were in audio engineering school, and people at the news stations within that, or you used to work at the news stations. I hate calling out your entire newscast because I damn sure don't think it's the anchors or half of the damn news departments. But your building's on Westheimer and you're one at Discovery Green. You need to check. I'm going to aspect for a motion to compel you to give up the enactment of the last name of these persons, so they can be testifying about which Michael, if it is not your Michael, is responsible for all and the rest of this chaos. That's Michael born in March. That's whatever type of Michael that you are, that is your birthday's then born at late December, or the Michael that is January. This is not, you just A, B, C, D, get it together. I'm telling the police department. And maybe the police department can only do so much. Tell them, of course, there's irreparable harm that's going on. Money cannot bring back my vision. It's already what I have is what I have. This is an injury, and I'm asking for a remedy for it, which I've already put into aspects. But the higher up you go, people intersect. They have fraternal brothers and sisters. They have all of these aspects. And then let me tell you something. 2 of you are a part of Pan-Hellenic organizations. You're using any aspect as an insistence of counterintelligence upon the civilian population of what you know to be induced, and you don't actively pay dues with your fraternity or sorority, and they don't have an account for you, and you don't represent the views of their aspects. They can make you disassociate using their letters. Especially if they thought you were missing. I don't aspect to come out. They have been organizations since the 1900s, 1917, 1901, all of these things, right? It's the rogue persons within them. And then it has to do with the particular chapter and aspecting how some of them are not completely in college and they have not been aspecting. I'm seeking for your Pan-Hellenic traditions to separate some of you per an investigation of your aspects. And then anything that has to do with anything that is the craft of men seeking enlightenment, it's called seeking enlightenment, not seeking a circle jerk. Your views don't represent that house, and I'm sure. And it's an embarrassment to any other quests, aspects that have been paid attention to. And because everything that I do, you think that you want to become inclusive of so that you can inundate and literally dilute aspects you're stalking of life invasion, sabotage, and attack. This is burden of proof for the prosecutor if they're aggressive. I have the right to have said every damn thing that I have out of excited utterances and non-testimonial views, enacting the insistence of detailing the mental anguish that I am under, aspect and tortious infliction of emotional distress, attorney ad litem. And I hope the attorney Curie, the eyes of the court, is viewing every aspect of this. Again, there is aspectual insistence of remixing permission on these videos. Put them on your platform, please. Sometimes I get an audience, sometimes I don't. There's evidence that I've garnered audiences that level up at least into a few thousand. I'm not trying to be popular. I've done that in my earlier life. Let me tell you something. If I could, and with my friends, garner over 20,000 views in under 5 hours, why in the hell do you think that I'm only getting less than 4 or 5 views? It's even demonstrated evidence. But see, the content that wasn't about talking about the inundation of this circus aspected towards a mirror account through trace hop diversion, correct? And rerouting to a different mirror account so as to get aspectual money to pay people that are, it's not all people, but you're paying for people that in prison, correct? Because everybody has somebody in prison, right, China, and right, Justin? Melinda, AJ, if you feel sorry, you need to go and give your account to some sort of aspects to inundate yourself or to exonerate yourself before the point of admonishment. Some of you better not aspect towards bribery, because they may be driving me into oblivion, but I damn sure am going to proceed with everything that I've been doing. I'm tired out because even the damn White House has goddamn vice presidents. They have goddamn chief of staffs. They have secretaries. They have all kind of stuff. The police, they have backup. They have a partner. They have everything else. I don't have a motherfucking thing. I have to be the damn nurse practitioner. I have to be the goddamn legal aid. I have to consult. The only consult I have is with my damn AI assistant half the time to verify what the hell I'm going through and to help me structure for presentation. Every law office that has literally not taken my aspects, and I talk to so many other people of the same normal people that get help from lawyers. Why? Because you're gonna get much more of a bigger aspect of percentage of money from somebody that's unassuming. I have to present towards, and I have done already, these 25 quests towards the United Nations. I would like to get rest. I've not had rest since last week because of harassment, of bribery towards that fact. Every time that I don't get rest, it's dangerous for me to create glutamate inside of inside of my brain, which aspects, and this is anybody else, neurotoxins that literally affect my eyes, as you see now. Every facilitating place since January, I've had to go to the hospital emergency room because of exhaustion, because of terror tactics. And its furtherance and engagement get the organized criminal activity charge upon the aggregates which are all of the following instances of harassment, coercion, extortion, exploitation, continuous trafficking of humans, 2803 in this penal code. It's already conspiracy, even if it has not happened yet, but it found out through investigations and talked about within the conspirators' oral circulation, because there should have been a foreseeable aspect that this type of injury and criminal combination of scheme to be enacted would continue. You're not just rogue individuals, you are enacting terrorism in its four forms: deployment or visual spying, deployment of persons within your enterprise at different locations that the target may be, aspectual surveillance, and practice instances just to see how long it would take for law enforcement to notice or enforcement agencies to notice your breaches. And then the fourth element, to enact your total intent criminally and malice civilly upon the target individual, all of which have been satisfied. You're enacting a form of domestic terrorism. And law enforcement, there should be a foreseeable aspect of consequence that a person, especially with the 2022 statute of persons that are being stalked, that are able to use force, especially with the disproportion that's enacted towards myself. And don't worry, I'm going to make sure that I wait till it's nighttime so that I have more of the aspectual advantage of when I go to court and why, and when I have to say why I've done what I've done. The regard of continued injury after continued injury is an aspect of gross negligence. aspecting a person that is cancer surviving and that is going through the aspects of having a visual impairment that I will have for lifelong, and to not providing a remedy and a place of safe recluse, being constructively evicted from place of habitability where I have had a legal right to be with government issued ID is an enactment of reckless endangerment. Using environments as a weapon because you don't have logs, you don't clean, you don't have any aspects. And everywhere I go, I make sure I use bleach and motherfucking make sure that things are clean so that pathogens are not replicating per anybody's aspects of human bodies, which shed skin cells 30,000 every hour. If 10 million cells live on top of you, other than your own at any given time, how can is the inundation of complete biological attack using the person's biology as a weapon as a form of assault of which you've already accumulated to gain? It's aggravated. If the person is a vulnerable individual or elderly, official oppression, if it aspects any part of enforcement through bribery or through aspects of retaliation, bumping everything up to a first-degree felony. Let me make this much very clear, and we want to make sure that somebody else comes into here to get this part. I'm going to use force, and I mean that shit. I have these elementary schools, I have your preschools. Everywhere that I went to go, feel like if you are anywhere working in any of those enclaves and you have bribed anybody, I guarantee you won't be there fucking long. There are too many people that would set fire to everywhere that have aspected. Everyone's not on your team. Let me make myself very clear. Where you go, because since I have your places of habitation, I can't live, you can't live. I can't work, you can't work. I find out you're there, it's gonna be set on fire. FBI, police, and your honor. The mental anguish is outrageous and egregious, unconscionable and actionable. I'm going to set them on fire. I'm not being facetious. I'm not exaggerating. I know exactly what the fuck is coming out of my mouth. Excuse the expletives. I mean no disrespect towards the docket or the court. They've tried my life with disproportion and have caused brain disassociation and have aspected to cast myself into a false light over and over, ruining my reputation, ruining my aspectual insistence to earn money, to take care of my very functionality of what it insists upon. That's the status quo of how I was taking care of myself but for the inundation of this enterprise by the defendant. I'm going to set them on fire. I've routed out and have Siri and everyone else gave me the elementary schools, the preschools. I'm going to follow them and set them on fire. You will be met also at the places of allocation that if you don't give me what if you are there and you're trying to earn them with a bullet. I know exactly what I've said. Have a nice day.